Otbspreads prediction show coming to you live here on June 4th, where it is Tequila Thursday, where we're going to pour up, pour out, cash some slips. But first, let me get my coffee in me, guys. Let's review the day we had yesterday. It was a nice little day. Cashed on those Phillies, first 5 innings. Cashed on our tennis lock of the day. Man, we had the Pirates on the money line. Lock of the day, Paul Skeens. Felt like a nice little easy 65% return on our wager. And it looked good, man. Grand slam giving us the lead. Then we ran it up 9-3, and then the team just collapsed. Ended up going on to lose in the back half of the game, 11-9. The Pirates, poor coaching, poor management, poor bullpen. I mean, that was a monumental collapse by those guys. And I didn't even realize we had lost. I was so into the Knicks game. That was my play of the day. That was my biggest wager, was on the Knicks. And I was so into that game. Once it cashed, I was celebrating, hanging out, having some drinks. And then, I get a client message me on Instagram like, man, yeah, we cashed the Knicks. I felt great, but what the fuck with the Pirates? And I'm like, what? So I open my MLB app and I see they lost 11-9. Stopped watching it when it was 9-3. Felt like a surefire win, even if they were to give up a few runs. That was just a massive collapse, man. Even Paul Skeens giving up those 3 runs there, his ERA, he's normally good to keep that ERA under 1, under 2 usually. He's just been giving up some earned runs, man. It's been concerning when your ace isn't being the ace in that pitching rotation. But even then, it wasn't Paul Skeens' fault, in my opinion. It was just poor management on the coach. He should have made some different adjustments in the back half of that game. But here nor there, that's sport. Cash our play of the day in the Knicks. But yeah, let's get into today's slate. It's going to be a heavy MLB slate where we're focused on the MLB. It's not the sexiest slate in the world, but let's get into it. Look, we're on the Phillies here. I do like the Phillies. I'm going to come and give you where I would have went. If you wanted to take these lives, go for it. But this is where we're at right now. Early game. I'm running 3 hours behind here on the West Coast, so I'm not always going to give you these early ones on the show here. But Zach Wheeler, Phillies, that's where we're at. Man, I thought Bayo could have had a better start than this, but these Oriole bats have been hot. We're on the Red Sox here. This Yankees game, 0-0 still. I like the Yankees here in this spot with Rendon, but we'll see. This game here, Giants, Brewers, it's showing that the Giants, I was concerned, the Giants bats kind of woke up a little bit. They got that 1-0 win yesterday. They grinded it out. I like the Brewers here in this spot, but only straight bet we have out of all these games is this Yankees play. All right, into the night slate, man. You got Chris Sale on the mound, Toronto Blue Jays. I think the better bats are the Braves. They've been hitting the ball really, really well. Chris Sale, sub-2 ERA. The Braves are on a win streak. The Toronto Blue Jays on a losing streak. Give me the Braves on the money line. Lay the run line as well, -1.5. They have the highest implied probability on the run line, so that lines up with them winning by more than 2 runs. So yeah, give me the Braves -1.5 on the run line. Next up, guys, we have the Royals and Minnesota Twins. But before we get into that, I just want to say today's show is brought to you by Novig. Spin 5, get 50. If you don't have Novig, go use the code on the ball. Register today. Highly recommend it. It's a great book, especially for those that are limited in states such as Texas, Florida, Georgia, places like that. Novig is available. All right, use code word on the ball. Also, guys, all I ever ask, drop a like, make sure to subscribe. Click that like button below. All of my plays are on the Winible link. You can find that in the descriptions tab. You can also download Blowout Alert and sign up for free today. Just click on the Blowout Alert link as well. Let's get back into it. We're talking about the Royals and the Twins here. Seth Lugo hasn't always been as sharp against this Twins team. I don't love the starting pitcher for the Twins, but I do like the bats for the Twins today. I think the Twins can get to Lugo. I know the Royals have been on a little bit of a run here as of late, but I'm going to have to go to the Twins here on the money line today, especially at the value of -102 when they've hit Lugo really well in the past. All right, moving into the next game. A's taking on the Cubs. Emenyaga's back on the mound. We just saw Emenyaga give up 3 home runs to the Cardinals. Well, I think the bats for these A's are a little bit better than the Cardinals, man. And I like what JT Ginn has brought to the table when he's on the bump. I think JT Ginn can have a respectable start and get you some quality innings. And I like the bats, Kurtz, Langelier, Soderstrom. You know, give me those bats in the A's lineup to get after Emenyaga. I think he gives up more home runs today. He's given up a lot of sharp contact as of late. I don't trust the Cubs bats. Look, they just had a game the other night that we were on, and they got 1 run in the first inning, and they did not score another run the next 8 innings and lost a very close game 2-1 to this A's team. I don't think you can get away with not having your bats show up today. I think JT Ginn gets a respectable start. I think the A's get after Emenyaga. Give me the A's here on the money line. I like that play at plus 119, especially with that value. Going back into Houston and Pirates, you got our boy back, man. Jared Jones back on the mound, dude. I like seeing him out there. I think he's great for this starting rotation. This starting rotation needs a pick him up. They got some good guys in this rotation, from Jared Jones, obviously Paul Skeens, Bubba Chandler. Got some really Ashcraft, a lot of really solid options, guys, in this Pittsburgh starting rotation. Tang has played out of his mind, played fantastic. I think that we're going to see more Pirates bats today. I think that they're hitting the ball really well. They can get after Tang. He's due for some regression. Give me the Pittsburgh Pirates here today on the money line at minus 105 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bringing us into our last game of the night here, Dodgers taking on the Diamondbacks, where we got Ryan Nelson on the mound, where he's actually played some really good baseball with his starts. I know he had that last one where he gave up 4 earned runs, but outside of that, he's played some respectable games where he's kept the runs low. I know that they could get after Ryan Nelson here. That is a concern, but Justin Robleski, I can't trust him here. He hasn't played all that great. His last start was good, but if you look at his starts here in the middle of May, he had some shaky starts, earned runs given up, multiple 5 and 7 there. Earlier in the season, he gave up a couple. I mean, Robleski's still a really solid pitcher for this Dodgers team. I love the value here for the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks have had really good success against Robleski. This is a spot play for me. You got guys like Arenado who are hitting over 400 against him. You got Corbin Carroll and Ketel Marte, 2 of the hottest bats over the last 30 days. And as well, Robleski is a lefty, and the Diamondbacks have hit lefties, the top team in the MLB against lefties in the last 30 days. So with that said, guys, I like the Diamondbacks here tonight on the money line. Give me the Diamondbacks on the money line at plus 114, and that's where we're going to go. Just to wrap up this night slate, night slate's going to be Braves, lay the run line, minus 1.5. Twins on the money line, minus 102. A's on the money line, plus 119. Pirates on the money line, minus 105. And Diamondbacks on the money line, plus 114. All right, that's the slate for the night. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe. Let's win the day. Tequila Thursday. Pour up, pour out. Take a shot. Let's see if we cash. All right, y'all. See y'all next time. Book the one way.